PlayStation today have announced that they are completely finishing all physical media by 2028. That means no discs.
No discs at all.
No discs at all. Every game will be now digital.
My immediate thoughts are, when's the last time that you actually bought something physical? And I know the answer for you is actually quite recently, but if I ask myself that question, I have actually bought some physical things for videos. For instance, like I've made a video essay on Hitman, which isn't released yet, but I have a physical copy of Hitman, which I bought to record it from the Xbox. And I think that that's an important thing, to be able to buy these old games on discs and play them. And one of my favourite things, actually, this gets me onto a couple, so you got me talking now.
There you go, see, I told
There's
you.
a couple of things, right? Because with digital only, it's fantastic. You can download it. It should technically be cheaper than buying it on a disc. In my view, you're not paying for like the disc to be printed,
price,
to
you're
be
just
transported, like, you
Yeah.
know, a fucking service merchant's fee for selling in a shop. My main annoyance with digital only is the fact that it's always bloody being updated. Like, say I want to play an old game and I load it up on Steam. Oh, there's an update. You know, maybe it's a small update, but it's an update nonetheless, which is inconvenient. And all I want to do is click play. And I remember back in the day, years ago, I grew up playing on Mac, and I've installed a game from a DVD. In fact, I have one right here. Just because it's literally right here. I have Command and Conquer Generals for Mac, which I played back in early 2000. This is copyright 2004 on the back. I put this in the Mac, and I would double click it, and the game would launch. I don't have to update it. I just play it as is. And that's one of my favourite things about physical. Digital, you know, it has great benefits. You can download it immediately. If you have fast internet, it's almost like you just have the game immediately. But the thing I find really irritating is things constantly being updated all the time, which, you know, it has its positives and its negatives. Well, the way that it hit me the most, sorry, I'll give you a chance to talk in a second, but the way that I find it the most annoying in the past has been like, say, I want to play, let's just say Call of Duty, for example, because it's an easy one. Or Rainbow Six Siege. This one's always been a pain in the butt. Say it's been like a month or two since I last played it, and we're like, guys, let's play Siege tonight. And then you go on Steam, it's like, I've got bloody update. It's like 20, 30, 40 gig. Like, it's got these stupid operators to download. One guy's got slow internet, so it's like we have to postpone playing by a day or two. Like, we have to say, right, then we'll play. And then maybe they update it in the meantime. That's frustrating. And, like, it happens a lot with these big games. There's huge updates. And it's such pain in the arse. Call of Duty is the worst for this. Like, maybe I want to load up randomly. I feel like playing Team Deathmatch. And then it's like, well, here's a 50 gig update. It's like, well, why can't I just play the version that I was going to play anyway? For all future games on PlayStation to not be on disc, I think the problem arises in the future, say 10, 20 years down the line. You're like, I remember this game I really want to play. Maybe it's not available anymore. Maybe the servers are offline now and you wish you had just a physical disc you could put in and launch the version as it was back then. I think that's going to be lost. On the flip side, a lot of these games are kept, like, people keep them online in their own ways. Like, there's so many old games that, you know, maybe it would have become lost media if people didn't upload them to websites.
I'm such an advocate for physical media. I think it's very important. This is something that you spent your hard-earned money for. You paid for it. It's your right to own it. If it is instantly taken away with you without your right to argue against the reason being, I feel that's entirely wrong. I think it's absolutely wrong that you need, once you bought something that is in your ownership, yes, you are getting the rights. Yes, you're paying for this. Yes, the rights may have run out 20 years ago. You know, we're just preserving it.
That's the thing, right? Because I know you've got lots of old games too. And the fact I just pulled out 2 old games, and I even have demo discs from the 90s. It's just the fact that I have those old ones. I own it. I have it. I've got that copy. The problem is, when it's digital only, you are just renting at the end of the day. You don't own it. And if, you know, say it's a game you've got installed on the hard drive and it's gone, then you don't have it anymore. Or if it's tied to Steam or a live service, you know, that could go down. Whereas I still have these discs. You've got lots of games behind you that you will own it.
It's like a power cut. It'll go off and you can't do anything. It'll turn to that point. People think, oh, it's nothing. It's fine. It's the new era. But later on, when you want to play a game without any internet problems, like you've just mentioned, you just want to play a game and that's it. You won't have that control.
Yeah.
And then you're going to look back on it and you're going to think, oh, why can't I not do this? Well, that's the whole point. It won't happen until it's too late. Or would you say we're a small majority for physical media? I think we are now statistically because everyone buys digitally. But the fact of the matter is we know what owning something means to us because it's a hard.
Well, it's a strange one because it's like
it is a strange one.
I don't have a CD drive in my computer, so it's like I haven't even bought discs relevant to modern computers in ages. The only discs I have are either ones I've had for years since I was younger, or ones I've bought for old legacy things like an Xbox 360 for a video or something. I have discs lying around, but any relevant new things, they're all digital. Everything's digital. Yep. Even when I have these old physical things, most of the time I'm playing something digitally. A lot of it is just like it's nice to have these old things. They're kind of sentimental more than anything these days. I don't really go around putting in this Command and Conquer disc into any Macs. If my Mac wouldn't even understand this DVD anymore. It can't even fucking play the disc.
No, I get that. Even that media is old. You need to keep it maintained for it to keep working. So PlayStation yesterday or the day before have removed over 500 movies digitally off their library from Studio Canal, and that includes films like Terminator. So this is a pure example. You could have bought that digital media probably, 10 years ago now, and you're probably still using it. But tomorrow or the next day, it will be gone because the licensing's finished. And that comes down to the same problem when you're buying a video game. Because it happened with Deadpool. Deadpool was removed off the store. If people remember Deadpool on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, it was removed off the store because of the rights with Activision and Marvel. So now the only reason, or the only way you can play it, is through physical media. And that's why that game is so expensive, because there was a limited production made for the PlayStation 3 and 360 era and the PS4 and the Xbox One. So it's very, very important.
If I had an old computer, I could put these old games in and run it now, today.
Yeah, you could still play them if you have the correct system. The problem is people that knowing these skills of repairing them electronically is quite scarce. It's just really important that we try and keep that going as long as we can, because people are going to realize one day that now that PlayStation has made a bold... I don't know how this is going to go, to be honest. I mean, like I say, it's only been announced, a few hours ago. But I personally believe this may backfire. Because they did backfire on the PlayStation Store for PS3 owners. And that was like a good 5 or more years ago they were going to close it down forever. But now, on the same day as removing physical media, they're now closing down the PlayStation 3 and PS Vita store, which have been holding back on for a long time. The cool thing is, you can still re-download the purchases you have. And not only that, physical media may go up more in value, depending on what game it is. I personally think you're going to see some games go higher than they usually are. It is such a weird time, but I'm going to be honest. I don't think I'll buy another PlayStation console now.